Welcome back, everybody. So for this week, we're gonna go back to the shop JL. Everything's been great, really like the Jeep, we've been enjoying it. One thing I hate, and I've almost hated it from day one, Jeep had this fancy idea to do electronic steering. So stupid, and it's such a failure in my opinion. It just can't handle the task of what these tires and lockers and gears and suspensions can demand these days. I don't know why they thought it was a fabulous idea. I guess if you were gonna daily drive this thing and never use it, like a Jeep should be used, maybe it would work great. Multiple times I've had this steering system get overheated. Multiple times I've had it just almost stall out where it won't even move the vehicle as far as steering is concerned. So I got a hold of our friends over to PSC. Talked to them. We're switching everything out. We're gonna ditch gearbox, pump, whole 9 yards. The electronic steering system on this thing is an absolute piece of garbage if you're gonna run this thing hard. If you're not gonna run it crazy hard, you probably don't need this. That being said, I wasn't even running it hard and I had issues. So, got a hold of PSC. They sent me boxes of stuff. Today, we're gonna put all this on. And I'm not 100% sure what all's in the boxes, because as you see I'm opening them in front of you. It comes with a bunch of really nicely well-made, pre-made hoses. PSC is the leader in this. There's another company that's doing a hydraulic ram assist system, but they're porting the factory box is still using electronic steering, which, I mean, like, that's just doing everything half-ass. Why would you even bother? Half-ass is not my way of doing things around here, so there's really only one person to go to, and that's PSC. So here we've got some bracketry and some hardware. PSC's pretty much got the reputation locked down for the hydraulic steering in this industry as having the best that there is. There's really nobody that can hold a candle to them. And especially with this new technology, there's nobody even playing against them. There's not even a competitor, really. Like I said, there's one company that's doing a port system for the factory box, but you're just putting a Band-Aid on a bad system. So here we got more bracketry. And more bracketry. And more hardware. So this is steering assist mount bracket for OE Dana 30 and 44 axles. I'm gonna be surprised if this will work considering we've changed so much crap. I might have to start fabricating some stuff, and I'm okay with that. We're gonna find out. Here is the Ram PSC. Man, I've been wanting to put this system on for a long time. Fun fact, I've had this damn system for like almost a year, but I'm always so busy with everybody else's vehicles and all of our customer crap that I just don't ever have time. So, man, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Hardware Heim joint kit. So this is gonna be all your Heim joints, tabs and brackets, all your fancy schmancy stuff. It, good Lord, comes with some weld-on tabs and brackets. We have some extra tabs and brackets here, so we got options. I like options. This is the Heim joints and hardware for actually hooking to the Ram. Jam nuts, all that fancy stuff. So that's pretty cool. Good Lord, that one's heavy. This is, in my opinion, basically the heart of the system. This is going to be the upgraded steering gearbox. It's specifically made for the new JLs. It's going to be probably relatively reminiscent of the JK XD upgraded steering gearbox, which we've installed a bunch of those over the years. Those things are sweet. That's a huge upgrade to the JK. New hardware. And you know, funny thing is Jeep just came out with a TSB to replace the piece of crap gearbox these JLs with a new one, which is fine. It'll probably fix a lot of people's wandering that you always hear everybody bitching about online because they wouldn't have any clue how to set a Jeep up if they had to. But we're not going to bother with the TSB. We're just skipping right past that, going to the heavy duty. Comes with a new pitman arm that fits this specific gearbox. There's no way I can lift that from up there. Jesus Christ. That thing's heavy. Holy crap. Dude, that's awesome. So they built this gearbox specifically to run with their systems. It's already got all the setup for running all your hydraulic lines. It's got upgraded shaft diameter, all that. So everything about this is just a bigger, better, stronger, badder gearbox assembly, let alone the fact that we're gonna add hydraulic assist to it. Everything about this is just fabulous. One side note, to run this system, you do have to have the Taser programmer. It's from Z Automotive. You buy this Taser programmer because you have to shut off your electronic steering system. Let's check the next box. We've got 4 quarts of the fluid that they suggest, which is Swepco 715 fluid. We got 4 quarts of that. We have a Penstar pump bracket kit. This is going to be to mount the new power steering pump to the engine with hardware. This is the PSC power steering pump with the 2402 pulley. Bam. Look at that sexiness. Billet aluminum pulley. All the goodies. That's pretty. This says a bunch of part numbers. I have no clue. I'm gonna guess a whole bunch of little crap. Yep. So, yep, here is your reservoir filler tank neck. That thing is awesome looking. We'll open that in a second. Here's your breather. Anti-splash reservoir, my bad. Look at that. Holy crap. That thing is awesome. And hardware for that as well. This kit literally is virtually bolt-on. I've heard some conflicting reports that this 90-inch belt is a little off. Some people are saying go to a 91. So we might experiment with that a little bit when time comes. And this should be a huge box full of all of your pre-made hoses and instructions. Novel idea. More pre-made hoses. They're all pre-made. That's awesome. Saves you a lot of time making all your own hoses. And we have some, it's like thread locker, some hydraulic fittings, and the cooler. Because this system is going to build a crap ton of heat. These hydraulic systems, they build heat. It's not an absurd situation, but you build heat. You're going to want a good cooler. These plate fin style coolers are probably the most effective way to cool the system down. They've already fabricated the bracket. It looks like it's stainless steel or it's zinc coated. Not 100% sure. It looks zinc coated. And it's kind of already all hooked up. This literally, they made every effort they could to make this as simple as it could possibly be. Let's start tearing ours apart and see how easy it's going to be. thing that we tend to do around here, PSC makes an amazing kit, but we had to modify their kit. Not because of them, it's because we're dealing with compatibility issues again. So because we have the Genesis dual battery system, the fill location, we had to kind of slightly alter some parts on the Genesis and on the PSC. We had to kind of play with the hose routing a little bit, modify the hose just a touch, modify the bracket for this Genesis a little bit. When you're dealing with a million different brands on one vehicle, that's gonna be pretty normal. But we got that situated. We got the cooler mounted, we got some lines ran. Next, we're gonna need to put the gearbox in, finish routing those lines, then we can run the lines down to the Ram. We're kind of tinkering with the idea of how we're gonna mount the Ram. I think I got that about ironed out, but I can't really finalize fabricating that bracket until we get the Ram ready to go. So, time to put a gearbox in. This kit, I tell you what, is amazing. Everything fits perfect. The hose quality, the connections, just, I don't know, they really thought it through.